The next is the question mark. That's the next end mark. That is the question mark. The function of the question mark is that, so let's take it, the question mark is used after a question. That is an interrogative sentence. A question is also known as an interrogative sentence. We can take our example. So whichever question that is asked, remember that we have different types of questions. We have the yes/no question, we have the information or WH question, we have the tag question, and then we will have questions that are in form of statement, but actually they are questions. So we can also put the question mark in front. It is that will show the inflection when the person is reading it. And then, of course, we have rhetorical questions that is literary. We may not bother about that. So we can take our examples. Are you living now? That is a yes/no question. And so you must have the question mark at the end of it. Are you living now? That will have what is your name? What is your name? That is a question, so we'll put a question mark at the end of it. And then he's your friend. Isn't he? So here, the third one is question tag or tag question. First of all, you have a statement. At the end of the statement, you won't put full stop. You will use a comma because there's a tag attached. There's something tagged to it, and that is the question tag actually. And so we have isn't he. At the end of that, you put your question mark that shows actually what you have is a question, not a statement. So at the end of your tag, there will be a question mark. However, you can also have a statement turned into a question. For us to know that it's a question, you will put a question mark instead of a period or a full stop. So we can have you are eating the rice. You are eating the rice. Actually, this is a statement, you are eating the rice. But sometimes, for some reason, users turn statements into questions. When that happens, what you need to do is to put a question mark to reflect the fact that it is a question. So, this is how we use the question mark. Now, we must note something, or a number of things actually. The fact we want to note is this. That sometimes you have indirect questions. Indirect questions are not followed by question marks. They are followed by statement. Let's take example 1. Are you living now? We can turn that into indirect questions. So I can say, let me put that under note 1. I can say, he asked me if I was living. Okay, we can leave it at that. If I was living then. In this case, we are not going to use a question mark. We are going to use a full stop because this is no longer a direct question, it has been turned into a statement, reported indirect switch. So we note that we don't use a question mark in this case. Then another thing we want to note, sometimes we see in a question, for example, if you are in letters, if you are writing a letter and in the opening paragraph you asked if it's an informal letter, you're asking a question, how are you? That's a question. I hope you are doing well. This will not be a question. This is a statement. I hope you are doing well. Except you actually mean to make it a question, like example 4. If not, ordinarily it has a structure of a statement. So ideally, you should end that, I hope you're doing well, with a full stop. That will be our note 2. So these are the things you want to note about the question mark.